Matt, drums and vocals, Don Broco.
I'm Rob, singing in Don Broco.
Hi, I'm Simon, guitar.
And I'm Tom Bass, and you're watching DutchScene.
We are a band just outside London in the UK. We've released 2 records. Our first record, Priorities, our second record, Automatic. We have toured Europe first time properly this year, supporting a couple of bands, Bring the Horizon and Five Seconds of Summer. And now we're back in Europe doing our first proper headline tour on our own shows, and we're having the best time. Money. No. No.
I think the main thing that motivates us in the band is playing live shows. There's a lot of other things that come with being in a band that sometimes are quite hard work. Writing music's great, but sometimes, again, you get those moments of inspiration and you're all high-fiving in the room, but other times it's, you've really got to sort of, work at it to get that result. But then when you've written a song, you get to play them to people and you see them reacting off them in a live environment. That's the thing we enjoy the most then. Simon hates our songs the most out of all of us, so he's got loads.
No, that's not true. I have, there's one song on our first record which we didn't play for a long time because the one time we rehearsed it, it didn't feel that good live. And so for a few years I thought this song, called In My World, was not one of our best. I thought, this song doesn't really come across that well live, it doesn't feel that great to play. But then we played it recently when we played our record in full, Priorities.
And you were proved right.
And I was actually pleasantly surprised actually, because it really came across a lot better than I thought. People seemed to really like it, and that made me actually kind of re-energise my love for the song, even though I thought that was definitely the worst song we've released. I Like the New Every Time I Die record came out. A couple of weeks ago. That's insane. That's like the best, definitely the best rock album that's come out this year for me.
I think it was this year, the new Panic at the Disco album. Was that early
yeah, that was this year.
Yeah. I'm thinking, was that late last year? But yeah, that's really cool. The new 55 album. That's really awesome. There's been a few cool records. It's been a good year. Yeah.
When did the new 1975 come out? Was that this year? Was it last year? Yeah, I think it was last year. Good record though.
Amsterdam,
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely, it was quite different. Equally amazing, I think for 5 Seconds of Summer, those shows were just so big. They were the biggest shows we've ever played as a band. You're doing packed out arenas every night, and walking onto that stage and having just, almost, you can't really make out how many people are there because it's just a mass and it just seems to go on forever. And I remember, I'll never forget that feeling when we first went on stage. The first show was Cardiff, wasn't it, in the UK, the first show we joined on that tour for, and just the level of volume that crowd makes as well, the screaming is deafening. It was unlike anything we'd ever experienced before. And that, to do that as a band is just incredible to get that opportunity. So that was amazing. Bring Me the Horizon is probably more what we're used to as a band in the UK, our kind of UK crowd. And that was, just the shows and the fans themselves, they just go so crazy. I think for us, getting to feed off that kind of live crowd is what really makes a show special to us. And the Bring Me the Horizon fans are amazing. They just give it all in the mosh pit. Everyone just loses their minds. So that was awesome.
Maybe Chili Peppers?
Yeah.
Opening.
Okay. And you said it so high now. I mean, I love Paramore. I'd love to do a tour with Paramore. That would be exciting. So, Two Boats Paramore.
U2. Love U2.
Were they headlining?
No.
No?
Mate
Where are
support. To us.
Oh, we're playing as well. I'd say Incubus on that thing. We're going down the kind of more alternative route with it.
Fruit picking, we did some fruit picking once.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that actually.
We could be like a fruit picking collective, specialist fruit pickers.
Yeah.
To really,
One of our early videos we shot on a strawberry, well, it was a fruit picking farm, but then the main thing they did was strawberries. And as payment for basically letting us shoot our video on their land, we paid them back with our time and helped them pick all the strawberries on their farm. And it was quite fun. We were just sat there, in the sunshine, having a chat,
Eating a few
Eating a few
strawberries.
strawberries,
well, after this tour, which is we've got the last two shows tonight and tomorrow night in Amsterdam. We go back to the UK, supporting the Horizon their arena tour, and after that we're going to start writing our third album. So yeah, it's kind of quite exciting for us to think about, getting some new music and to play some new music for shows. And yeah, we've just signed to a new record label, Shelter Records in the US, so we're going to get to go out to the US for the first time next year as well, which we're really stoked about. Yeah.
Keep bringing the stoop bottles. We love them.
So actually, the tomorrow night show is the very first show on this tour to sell out, and it sold out a lot quicker than any of the other shows that came after it. So just thanks for being so, so looking forward to us coming. We were looking forward to coming to play. Yeah. So.
Hey, we're Don Broco, and thanks for watching.